Good evening. How is it? How are you? Like I said, you never know when I'll be live. The best way to find out is to turn on the notification bells, subscribe, all that stuff. So you know when I'm going to be live, right? And then, so I just was, I'm winding down for the day and notice the weather report was crazy. So it's like the monsoon season here in Vegas, right? Monsoon season. Is there sound? I don't even know if there was sound. I hope there was sound. Anyway, I'm winding down. It's kind of muggy out. Today was like 106 or something where I live, and even around like 7:30, it was very moist and humid, and man, I was turning bright red even though the sun was down. And then I was just trying to look for something that fell down on my car, in the passenger seat or something. And it was too hot. But now, after seeing the weather report, oh my gosh, it's going to be like a 50%, 57 or so percent of rain. That was today. And then it says chances of rain and 94 degrees and stuff. And I mean, we're normally about 100 degrees at this time of year. Right into this time of this year. And, it's not really the end of summer for us in Las Vegas, because it gets monsoon weather, and we get that weird flooding. But look at the weather report for Las Vegas. Isn't that crazy? It says 92, and then, I don't know, I saw a different weather report. I don't know how accurate this AccuWeather is. You don't know how being powered by this app, But I think I noticed that most of the time we have a lot of people coming for around, isn't it Mexican Independence Day coming up next weekend? Not this weekend, next weekend. And there's a Canelo fight. So it should be around 99 degrees around that time still. But I don't think it's going to be that hot. I mean, there's too much moisture in the atmosphere right now. It's humid. And when I stepped out today around 7, there was so much thick cloud cover. I mean, it was thick. And earlier today, it was so freaking windy and weird. It's it's not that hot. That's not bad. But there's some people, they just love to come to Vegas and jump in the pool and go to the party pool area, for all the casinos and the parties and stuff like that. And it's so humid right now. My hair gets frizzed out. Really frizzed out, crazy. Fluffy, frizzy, crazy. And I mean, you're going to laugh at me. I have to use black people's hair products when I do my hair now, because my hair is no longer, I don't have it platinum and blonde anymore. I'm back to my brunette But the only way that I can get it correctly is if I get it, I'm using like oils and treatments, because it's just, when you're here in Vegas, everybody says it's dry heat, right? But right now we're having some weird monsoon thing that's coming through. It's like weird. And there's going to be like a lot of rain chances throughout the week. So that makes like all the people coming in, they get their flight delays and oh, that hot. But I tell you, it's humid. It's not like, we're not talking like when you're in Hawaii. In Hawaii, when it's like, say it's like 85 and humidity's 89. No. It's probably, it makes a difference though, because I could feel the difference because I'm very used to the dry heat of Vegas. Hi. How you guys doing? Hi. I don't know. I'm like thinking that there's all kinds of like events and stuff that is coming up next weekend. And that big Canelo fight's going to be a big one. And Motley Crue's in town. Motley Crue. And then there's all kinds of like, you know, people always come to Vegas and, you know, they didn't want to be here or they couldn't get the day off or whatever for Labor Day weekend is always big out here. But I notice there's some crazy media crap in these YouTubers. This is how I feel right now when I watch their shit. They're talky. They're like saying that Vegas is like dying. What else are they saying? Vegas, blah, blah, blah. But if you look around, sometimes we're like on the Strip. Doesn't matter if it's Caesar's Palace, whatever. Sometimes they're totally sold out. You know what I mean? And I think it's all hype. Like, people just want to have, like, views or something for their YouTube channel or something. And then there's, like, that big Resorts World. Man, I love their street eat thing. I love that place. They have like a tiger boba. It's like premium boba. Totally premium boba. But they had something where they wanted to give like waiving resort fee type of stuff. Not everybody's doing that. I think they were hurting too much in their, like in this side of the time of, we're approaching fall, whatever was happening, they're hurting. They're too far away from like the regular Strip area. That's the problem. They're not like in the main drag. And if you want to come to the mid, like where the stuff is happening, not that it's a bad cluster of hotels, but it's not close enough to everything, you know, on the Strip. What is all this? And then I think like there's a lot of people that they think they're saying that Las Vegas is dead, or people are getting ripped off, or weird stuff. Like, I mean, come on, every town has a $25 burger. Every city. I don't care if it's in like some little town or whatever. There's always a $25 burger on the menu, you know, and then I don't know. And if I think about it, like I remember when I went to San Diego, oh my gosh, this must have been 25 years ago. I've been to San Diego before that. But about 25 years ago, just going to like the Mission Bay area and the Gaslight District, I was paying like, it was $40 or something for self-parking. And then the only reason why I stayed in that hotel was because they included breakfast. And then they were so limited on parking, that's how it is, you know? But I mean, parking fees, it's a drag. People are used to it. If you're from California or downtown Las Vegas, there's parking fees. But when the Strip started charging, you know, people were like, oh man, you know what I mean? I don't want to visit there or whatever. And I don't know. I can't really share like too much about too much. But I think like we have like a lot of like sports coming up. We have F1. The F1 is Formula One racing. It's awesome. It's an awesome event. It happens in November. And then we have like NFR and everything in December. And then all throughout the year, games, football games through October, whatever. And the Aces, our women's basketball team, was already back in the summer, like kicking everybody's booty. And we have a lot of sports now. Like this town has changed. There's nothing wrong with that. Las Vegas is always changing, you know, and if you haven't been around here for a while, you would see so much new stuff. And I can't believe Area 15. I remember the first time I went there, I just went for the Van Gogh immersive exhibit, which I have a video on there on my channel. It's in the Las Vegas playlist or the art. I think it's in the art playlist, some art stuff. But it was smaller back then. They had Meow Wolf and some of the rides and the gift shop and that chef who had that famous Bellagio restaurant called Olives. What's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. He had a restaurant there. But now they're having more restaurants and more. That whole area, they have more space, acres and acres to expand. And it's like across the I-15 on the west side, like past Sahara. You know, it'll say S or something hotel on Sahara and Las Vegas Boulevard if you go that way towards Palace Station on the other side of the main I-15 freeway. Man, they're going to be expanding. I saw information about it. We're going to be adding a lot of stuff. So much stuff. I can't believe they had that much acreage out there. I mean, I liked it. You know, there's a lot of stuff to do at that Area 15. Well, it's Area 51. Not Area... Is it Area... Area 15. It's funny. But anyway, yeah, I can't believe... I just thought I would share... It's like cooling down this week. And I noticed, like, we normally cool down Halloween time, the Halloween week. That's when it starts cooling down, like around 90 or so. But this time, it's unseasonable. It's really strange weather we've been having. And I don't know. I just hope there's no crazy, like, tropical storm that rips through and goes inland, and some weird hurricanes that we don't have on the coast coming. Because if you look at the clouds, it's kind of weird. They're like, it's just too much like humidity and cumulus clouds. It's thick cloud cover, you know, very thick cloud cover in Vegas. And I think I saw the sun just kind of peek out just a little bit. Not that much. It was kind of peeking out a little. It was kind of weird. Weird weather. I don't know how to explain it. It's unseasonable. I'm not used to it. I like it though. Humidity though is different in Vegas. Like I said, it's not like when you're in Las Vegas or some tropical atmosphere type of island type, you know. But I tell you, I have to be careful because I notice like people can still get hurt in this humidity. The slight humidity when it's like 90, over 90 degrees is hard. You have to stay hydrated. You still have to stay in the shade and try to do activities way early in the morning and in the evening after the sun goes down. Because when that sun is out there and there's just a little bit of humidity in Vegas, boy, it's hard. I mean, for me, it just sweats. Sweat. And it goes all like rings around my eyes. Sweat. And then I turn bright red like a lobster. It's all right here. It's the weirdest thing. But I remember, it's not like I was saying in Hawaii. That's like you're in a shower. It's just too humid. You're dripping. Yeah, no. I that was hard for me. And the time I was in Japan, there was a couple of humid days. It was like when I was in Tokyo. There was some humid days, but then there was a cold day that we had rain. Then the day of the typhoon was really weird. You could feel the difference in the air. It was weird, and it was just a weird typhoon weather. But anyway, it did rain. We're expecting more rain in Vegas. How are you doing? I think like I'm up, like you're going into Henderson, and we have different weather over here than Vegas. Is cooler, and we get more wind. And if there's an earthquake in California, you can feel it more than if you're in the valley of Las Vegas. But Las Vegas is just down the street. That's how close I am. It's weird. And then, I don't know. I think like the big, like Labor Day came through. It was hot. You know, like 105, 103. But I know that next weekend, I'm just feeling it. I think it's going to be about 95. A little bit, not as hot. And it's supposed to be around 100 degrees. And believe me, in Vegas, 5 degrees makes a difference. And when it's 103, it makes a difference than when it's 105 and more. I know that sounds weird, but I've lived here for so long that it does make a difference, you know. It totally does. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about, well, it's not as hot. because it's kind of weird. And I found that, like, good news to me. So I like the rain. I don't know. I just don't like when it floods too much, you know, because it gets a little scary. And we always say in Vegas, be smart, don't drive through the floods, you know. We don't need no rescues and stalled cars, and it doesn't flood where I'm at very much. It's mostly down in Las Vegas, you know. But I'm surprised. Like, we have the A's stadium being built. It's like where Tropicana used to be. It's like across from Excalibur and right near MGM on that corner. And that place is coming along. That's going to be exciting. Big new ballpark. Big ballpark with some neat looking covering. That kind of looks like the Sydney Opera House, but it'll be open. Like folding shells, you know what I mean? Kind of cool. I don't know. It looks cool. I can't wait. And then we have the Sphere. It's gaining a lot of momentum. It looks so cool on the skyline, and when you see it, you know, everywhere you are in Vegas, if you can see it, it is so bright. And they're having this really cool Wizard of Oz thing, you know, where they remastered it, and they even have the wind, like you're in the tornado, and things are whipping around, your hair's blowing and stuff, and it's something cool. And I heard it's like tickets start at $139, but I'm not gonna go. I'm trying to do all the freebie stuff, you know what I mean? Anyway, wherever you are, hope you're doing fine. And I want to say thanks for watching, you know. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because that's how you can support this channel. This channel is no good without you all. Liking, comment, chatting, subscribing, sharing is caring, notification bells, and praying. And Patreon.com is a really good way, very good way to support this, because I don't have any monetary help. That means that this channel's not monetized yet. So, whatever you're doing, I hope you're doing fine. I'm still, like, struggling after the stupid shingles. I hate it so much. It's disgusting. I wish the shingles never, ever existed. It's the worst thing I ever went through. But I'm telling you, God is taking care of me, providing. He's compassionate. He's a healer. And he is a lover of my soul. So I hope whatever you're going through, hopefully it's not like shingles or whatever, that you feel blessed. So thanks for watching. Aloha. Goodbye.